I'll get my hair done. My hairdresser is gorgeous, respectfully, to whoever her man is. You don't want to say nothing to nobody?
I'm gonna say, what are you talking about, sir?
I just felt like the person that's doing my hair look good right now. You want to tell them who doing my hair?
Thank you. I'm about to say, they should be watching the video.
But what if they're listening to the audio? You see how you don't disrespect the audio people. That's what I'm talking about. You see how you get biased? Audio people,
how am I biased?
Audio people, I love y'all. Y'all, I don't want to say who my favorites are, but y'all look though.
What are you talking about? Who's my favorites? I'll be honest.
I feel like audio people are important. When you think about it, they support us without seeing us. The video people had to see us to come.
Nah, but some racist people could just be supporting it just for the knowledge, but don't actually want to see the black bodies that they're hearing it from.
Man, I used to work in retail in Florida. You think I'm not used to racist people buying stuff from me?
That's crazy.
What episode is this?
We recorded a lot of stuff on the side. I'm not gonna lie to you. We just haven't released.
We're just gonna say this episode.
Ain't this episode 4, I think?
I don't know. I think this is technically episode 4.
When I was talking to Nunu said this is episode 4. We just had like 2 others
that
haven't been released.
Well,
why we never released them?
There was a lot of technical complications. This why we don't.
Y'all seen the last video? Like, that's where I was like, I could understand if you would only did audio. I can. It was a lot going on with the exposures. We still, we still in the beginning. We still figuring it out.
We got to start somewhere. So I'm assuming if you're here, you've seen the trailer, and you know about I Won't Order. Do you want to get straight into that, or you want to what you thinking? Because I don't,
when you convinced me to do that video, I never knew we was gonna start out the video with this man.
I didn't know you was gonna want to actually talk about him on the show. I thought I was just gonna be able to show you something funny and we move on with our lives.
No. I don't, listen, when something like that gets brought up to my attention, yes, it stresses me out, but I also feel like this is a good point of conversation for growth. Hopefully he sees it. Hopefully other people who act like him see it. And if you don't know who we're talking about Concilmen 4. In the beginning, he may have turned into president. I don't know his current position, but Councilman Eric Mays.
A highly respected councilman from Flint, Michigan.
I don't understand. Why Flint mess with him so badly? It don't make no sense.
I feel like
that man stressed me out.
Why they can't? You never lived there. Maybe if you go live there for a little minute, you'll understand why they rock with him. Because they keep getting voted in. So it's not like somebody don't like him.
You know how much his coworkers hate that he keep getting voted in.
Especially Miss Fields.
Bro, we was just, cause you know how like as soon as you watch one episode, ooh, chat, you heard that little crack? But you know how YouTube, as soon as you watch one episode,
they flood you.
They flood you with a whole bunch of stuff.
They're not playing. You could watch one. You might have just been curious on how to kick a soccer ball. Now you got FIFA. You got soccer games and your whole thing. All you know is about is Ronaldo now.
Bro, why they gave us this little sing-along about how everybody in the council needs to get voted out, and they went by name.
Yeah, they had a little song.
And then they was talking about Eric Mays coming in there to save the day. I'm saying how like somebody really made a song about this. Wow.
But that's what I'm saying, right? How can you judge Eric Mays, but and I know you weren't cool with him, but we done had Trump. We in Florida, we got Big Ron.
Okay, well let's explain first. Let's explain first why this man stresses me out.
Okay.
And for people who haven't actually seen any type of videos of him, like let's say you've been under a rock on Twitter. Mm-hmm. Let's say you don't really follow them type of people on Instagram, TikTok, all of that, right? This man, I think the perfect word to describe it is very disruptive. Very disruptive. If he feels like you're saying something that he doesn't agree with, if he feels like you're saying something that is misconstruing. I think I'm saying that word right.
I respect it either way.
Yeah. If he feels like you're messing up the truth right there, he's gonna call that right then and there, right? But it's based on his feelings. That'd be the issue, right? Because my thing is, when it comes to him attacking people, and boy do he hate Miss Fields. Miss Fields is an older white woman. Eric Mays is kind of like an old head black man. You know, he kind of got that mentality behind him of back in the days, and you can understand why he kind of got a lot of gripe with Miss Fields. But how he be turning up every time Miss Fields be talking, bro, it'd be crazy. It'd be crazy. I'm telling you right now.
But you don't feel like it's fair because it looked like based on my perspective that whenever he get ready to say what's on his mind, that she started to cut him off.
No, that's not what it is. Listen, we sat there and what do we do? We sat there for like 25 to 45 minutes because at that point you was making dinner, and I think I was on my iPad just fooling around. And the TV kept playing videos of Eric Mays, greatest moments of Eric Mays, all his greatest moments.
Which is wild. They really done made highlight tapes for him. like he Kobe. Like they really got full mixtapes of him just going off on people.
Bro, here's where I really got mad, bro. They're in the actual council meeting, and you know there's people that's, you know, it's open to the public. Some people can kind of stand outside the door. They can kind of stand on the sidelines or sit in the seats. Why this one dude? Because every single time Eric Mays comes to a meeting, he has to hold it up for about an hour and a half.
Yeah, they be fed up.
Why this man in the back, he's from the public, he getting mad, telling everybody, hey, this was supposed to start at 5:30. Now, obviously, you ain't supposed to be talking out of turn. You ain't supposed to be really saying nothing like that because you're not on the actual council. So he was supposed to be only called out of order. That's it.
Right.
Why Eric Mays turned all the way around to yell in this dude's face to tell him who the hell he think he talking to? First of all,
now they about to fight.
Now they about to fight. The police got to get involved. Sir, this disrupts the proceedings even more, bro. He's so aggressive. He's so aggressive, it stresses me out.
I feel like it was fair for you to get stressed out because for the last week and a half, you've been stressing me out with Hotel Hell with Gordan Ramsey. And I really haven't been deserving that. Now I'm stressed out before I got to go into work.
Nah, I didn't. See, I never understood how Hotel Hell can really stress you out. Like,
it was awful. It's awful. It's way worse than Kitchen Nightmares.
I didn't understand.
People sleeping there.
No, because here's the thing. I understand it be like some messed up food. You know, sometimes there's some stains on the actual bedding. But I didn't realize until this most recent episode we watched, and I'm so sorry I put you through that. But it was, what was the title name? Gordan eats a chocolate pizza?
It was a chocolate covered pizza with bacon and strawberry, I think.
Yeah, it was.
But it
was dark chocolate, white chocolate.
Yeah, they went all the way. Dark chocolate, white chocolate drizzle, strawberries, and bacon.
You know what? I feel like a skilled chef possibly could have made that work. I feel like it. I'm not saying you wouldn't have went to the bathroom, but I feel like that combination with the little sweet, savory, you know, the bacon a little salty on the side.
That's something your kid put together at Golden Corral. That's not, there's absolutely no reason for both chocolates, white and dark.
It was a little drizzle.
So now you feel like you Martin Luther King of bakery.
All right,
so you got the white and dark chocolate together.
All right.
On the pizza with strawberries and bacon? Who was you really trying to please?
It's supposed to be meant as a dessert. See, and that's what we were talking about. We was already arguing about the pizza, so I just put the episode on. That's
the room, because this is what the audience need to know. The room was like, how much you said, $800 a night?
I think, to be exact, like $757, $759.
So this equivalent to that one hotel we stayed at last year for your birthday?
You talking about the Hyatt?
Yeah, the Hyatt Regency. Do you think?
Hold on. You paid that much for the room? I asked you and you didn't want to tell me.
You know that salesman money was hitting back then.
Wow.
But imagine we pay that much, and that's what we get welcomed with.
Nah. Okay. No. That wasn't what he got welcomed with. When he walked up in that hole, everything was red. All the walls was red. The man wanted to model the whole hotel after a Ferrari because he went in there one day. he really appreciated the design, and he got car dealership interior designers to come in and design the hotel.
And it wasn't Ferrari. It was Nissan Altima at best.
First of all, I think he said that he paid about over $6 million for the actual building, and then he paid a couple of million for the actual interior designers.
Just because you paid that much don't mean they gave you quality.
Okay, well, they tried.
How many expensive BBLs you see every day that ain't really, never mind.
Damn. We really going there?
No, we're not.
We just coming back.
We not going there.
Come on, bro.
I'm leaving it alone. I'm leaving it alone.
I can't stay
I got
talking
something
to
I
you.
want to say.
No, I can't stay talking to you.
But can I say something real quick?
What?
Never mind. I ain't gonna say it. I changed my mind.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, good. So, anyways.
What you want to go to? How you been?
Well, no, I wanted to still keep talking about this Gordan Ramsey because because that wasn't even the most stressful part. I understand why you say usually these episodes stress you out now. The past episodes, I've been looking at you like, yeah, man, you kind of act like a wuss. But
we saw an episode where it was just frat brothers running the show. They ain't making no money. They drinking all the drinks at the bar. One dude giving lap dances. He got his shirt off. He's supposed to be the GM. What are you talking?
He was giving out free shots too. Yeah, I remember that episode.
I'm finna get mad.
But no, here's the thing with this situation, right? This one specific owner keeps telling everybody, I guess he's a visionary. He got a whole bunch of ideas, and everywhere he goes, because he's like a property developer. Mm-hmm. Everywhere he goes to some place, he gets an idea from them. He wants to bring it back. And in his own words, he tells them the ideas. They got to implement it. That's all they can do, right? They can't really complain. So it was this one specific part, because it's Gordan Ramsey. He going to go up in the kitchen. This one specific dude, the chef, after he had that terrible ass meal, because
what happened?
It was the dry ass chicken that the kitchen manager walked up to Gordan Ramsey and told him, like, yeah.
Nah, it was that tomato soup. that tomato soup really was what did it. They served that man a cup of tomato soup. It was like $18.
And a takeout bowl.
He put it in his cup and sipped it, and it was done.
You got Gordan asking, where's the rest of it? Like, you got more. But no, he went in the back and he talking to the chef, and the chef, he didn't even cook the food. He basically said he wasn't gonna cook not a Gordan Ramsey here because he wanted Gordan Ramsey to see really what's going on. Mm-hmm. That's 100% what he said. So Gordan Ramsey got mad. He over here talking about you ain't telling none of your workers any inspirational words. You ain't instructing them on nothing that they should be doing. Mm-hmm. You just back hook with your arms crossed. And the dude basically said, like, this job has taken so much out of him. And I think that's really what I really wanted to bring the topic up in this conversation.
Okay.
Is understanding that he's worked there for 5 years. This is the chef that Gordan Ramsey is talking to. Worked there for 5 years, but is a professional chef of 33 years, right? And he said in those 5 years of working at that hotel, the Keaton Hotel, completely lost his spirit, lost his passion. He felt like all this bullshit.
It killed him.
That the owner kept bringing up to him and making him add on to the plate. He had some chicken parm sliders that Gordan Ramsey almost went down to himself and almost set it off when he had it, right? And he was just so upset. Baby, you got to knock your head down. Come on now, thank you.
Hey, nah, calm down with all that.
What?
I'm just saying, don't say it like that.
What'd I say? Knock your head down?
All right, no.
What that mean?
That don't mean nothing. I'm just saying.
All right, hold on. Let me clean up this little part right here.
Hold it together now.
All right, anyways, he talking to the chef asking him, why would you send some BS like that under your name? It's your name on that actual menu. If you still here, how you already moving like you gave up on the place and it's still going out under your name?
Right.
You really, like, what type of passion do you really have to be working here for 33 years? Just kind of going in a little bit and trying to figure out what's going on and why are you giving such subpar work?
Yeah.
That dude was trying to explain how much this place has taken out of him, how the owner has 100% taken advantage of him. And then he started to pass out. Gordan Ramsey, hold on. You good. Because at first he wobbled.
Somebody give me a cold towel and a cup of water.
Because at first, there was some people, I like to read comments. There was some people who was over here looking at it like they thought he was faking it
They sick, bro.
Listen, it's still a TV show. I don't care what nobody say. But yeah, so Gordon Ramsay kind of just going in because he hates seeing chefs that done lost their passion, but they still in the field giving such terrible work back to their customers. Because, you know, the customer ain't asked for the chef to be coming into work mad about his day.
Right.
That's like you being a little bit scared because the pilot of your plane is a little bit depressed that day. Like, hold on.
Y'all gonna have to get me up off there.
Hold on. You good, pilot? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, so he went up and he asking him, okay, what the hell going on? You not even cooking. What's happening? Why are you moving like this? And the dude's just explaining how much the owner just done taking advantage of him. Understands how good natured he is. Understands just how much he wants to please this man. So every single idea he has, he's giving it to the actual chef to implement, right? Mm-hmm. Now, at this point, they have over 150 items on the menu, with only about 50 to 60 people actually coming in the door. And he's expecting him to do anything and everything that the customer is asking for, right?
Yeah, basically.
So obviously, he overworked. He tired. He want Gordon Ramsay to finally help out, and that's why he ain't want to actually cook nothing, right? Mm-hmm. But at this point, when Gordon Ramsay really kind of tearing into him, because at this point, you can't be moving like you already jumping ship, but you still on the ship, semi-steering it. That don't make no sense.
Right.
He start passing out a little bit. So Gordon Ramsay's like, hold on, what?
But
you good?
But nah, you really gotta be fair, yo. As a chef, Gordon Ramsay might be like in the chef world, like Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson?
Like, who bigger than Gordon Ramsay in the chef world? Outside of like maybe the old like Iron Chefs when like they were like the top dogs, but like
I mean, but can you even
you got Gordon
name
Ramsay, Guy Fieri, like Rachel Ray, Martha Stewart. Like in terms of celebrity chefs, like
is Patti LaBelle a chef?
Yeah, but I think Patti LaBelle just makes sweet potato pies. Patti, if you're hearing this, please. I ain't trying to be disrespectful. But I think Patti LaBelle just make pies. I don't think she a chef.
I don't know why that name.
Granted, you know, Patti LaBelle, that's a famous woman, but she from the South, so she probably know her way around the kitchen regardless. You got to remember that. Mm-hmm. We got to see how the back of the arms look. That's going to tell the real story.
Put your head down.
That and the elbow meet.
You keep moving your neck.
You talking about moving my neck?
Yeah,
You the one with the control. You steering.
Yeah, I'm about to say, but your neck heavy. You moving a lot.
Well, all right, now I'm trying to tell you. Now that's strike two. Now you can't.
What are you talking about?
Because I feel like you're trying to be funny, and I'm not gonna let it slide in the name of just the camera.
I mean, you don't hear me talking about your lunch meat back here.
See,
that's when I'm trying to be funny.
Wilding, like you wilding right now.
You got a lot. All right, whatever. Continue. What we was talking about?
Because we can both show the braids together.
Wow. What is that supposed to mean, sir?
That don't mean.
You talking about my Harriet Tubman braids under this wig?
I'm saying.
What you said?
The women who know.
I'll take it off right now. I don't care. We both being here.
Just vibe.
Okay, all right. You want to play?
Just vibe.
Cause I can play harder.
Just vibe.
Oh, okay.
You won. First off, you know I love you in baked bean mode regardless. So don't act like that. I like when you had a wig cap on because it remind me of a fresh baked bean. That's why I call you. That's your baked bean mode.
All right, you need to quit playing.
I'm not trying to be funny.
No, you is trying to be funny, and that's okay. Because I could be funnier. That's what I'm saying.
To the men out there, do any of y'all really care when your girl don't have the wig on? You don't. You rub the braids the same way. Now she want to get mad because I'm expressing my love for the braids.
All right. Let me go ahead and take it off then.
Don't take it off.
We'll both be in here.
I'm saying
we'll both be in here. Let me take it off. Let me take it off.
Let
me take it off then.
You know, you'll look real good at a barbecue right now. Next to some potato salad, hamburger, hot dog, fresh little baked bean.
No, that's what you wanted. So we both in here now.
Let me rub it. So I can't rub it.
Go ahead and continue.
You gonna keep the wig off for the rest of the episode?
Sure am. We wanted to be funny. See, why am I over here partying with this? Yeah, we wanted to be funny.
All right, what's the next topic? I think that's a good topic while we here.
All right, go ahead.
Why, in the beginning of the relationship, y'all never want to like let it be known that when we get comfortable, y'all gonna stop wearing the wig around the house?
What's that supposed to mean?
At a certain point, when y'all get comfortable, the wig becomes more of an outside thing than an inside thing. First couple of dates, we would have never known y'all got the braids on.
Now you calling me out.
I just feel like I'm glad you're comfortable. But let's talk about it since we're here.
You see more of my natural hair inside the house anyways.
I'm not saying I have a problem with it, but don't you think that's a little false advertisement?
It's not. You want to know why? Because when you go about 6 months without a haircut, and you know your beard a little scraggly, so it don't connect all the time without you having to comb it out, I don't say the same stuff. So I feel like it's equal. I feel like it comes with, being real comfortable.
Do you feel like when you got with me and when you was first meeting me, I always had a lineup? I did.
When I met you, you was real drunk, and I was drunk, so I don't remember.
Is that the story you want to tell as the day that we met? Because that's actually not true. When I met you, you was twerking at a pool.
That's not true. That's not true.
With a grilled cheese
sandwich. That's not true.
I'll
call right now. I'll call right now. That's not true.
I'm just saying.
I'll call right now.
I'm just saying because you misrepresented. If we gonna tell it, we gonna tell it now. Because our apartment complex was having like a grilled cheese giveaway. And some of them was trying to be fancy, putting bacon in it, almost toast some stomachs up. There was a couple girls out there twerking.
Because I showed up, it was the rest of my actual roommates. I showed up with Nunu with boxes of pizza from 5 Star, okay?
You talking about later that night or during that day?
Well, the boxes was inside the car, but we was out dancing a little bit, but I wasn't twerking to do nothing like that. I had me some long pants, and I was looking at everybody else.
So you saying you.
And I never even met you that time. I seen you on the side of the pool and you was just kind of there with some gym shorts on and a shirt. You ain't catch my interest.
Hey, nah.
Yo.
Hey, slow your roll, nah.
Not until later on that night.
Slow your roll.
Nope.
Cause
I was more focused on my roommates.
All right, now calm down.
I'll be honest.
Cause hey.
Talking about that's when you met me. No, sir, that's when you seen me.
Okay, a little spicy on them. Now, if you want to get there, now we can get to the end of that night now if you would like to get there.
Nah, we good.
I was about to say.
How we got down memory lane? We can keep it moving.
You wanted to go down memory lane. I was about to say.
We're not decided to go down memory lane.
We can go there. All right.
I ain't want to go down memory lane. Let's move. Let's leave it in the past and keep it pushing.
Okay. Well, we done watched a couple shows in the last month or so. Which one you want to talk about? Because I feel like the one with the monkeys is a little underrated.
What are you talking about? What was the name? Chimp Island? What was the name of it?
I think it was Chimp Empire or something like that.
Chimp Empire?
I don't remember.
Is that the one with the Jackson monkey?
Yeah, Jackson was up in there. He was going crazy. R.I.P. my boy Jackson, man. He the realest Jackson since Jackson 5.
Listen, but here's the thing. That's the definition. That monkey right there, that's the definition. And listen, I didn't realize they were that smart and they really mimicked a lot of human behavior. Or maybe humans mimic chimp behavior. I don't know. But I didn't realize they was that smart and they maneuvered that way. But let's be honest here. The way Jackson switched up on that old group, I'm not surprised that them chimps was doing their most to hunt him down.
You feel me though? At the end of the day.
Let's be honest.
At the end of the day though, when you are 8, you in the wild. And when you in the wild, you got to do what's best for you and your family.
What family? He's seen the chance of being the leader of this other group and took it.
So what that meant, his offspring gonna immediately be born up into that. Exactly.
First of all, they don't even care about offspring like that. They just care about having the most opportunity to produce offspring.
You're not lying, because he had like 7 kids when he died. That junk crazy.
Deadbeat, that's what he was.
They ain't show the kids the whole dang show. They gonna show us that at the end. I'm like, dang, I didn't know he had kids. But yeah, I think it's called Chimp Empire on Netflix. If you like animal documentaries, it's actually pretty lit. It show you really just how close we really are to chimpanzees in terms of how they move, hierarchies, relationships, social jobs, social statuses. All of those things exist. If you like animals, it's definitely a good watch.
I want to say in regards to that, they really showed just how important it is to be social. Because even in the human side of things, when you're not a social type of person and you don't even got like those close 1 or 2 friends to really depend on to be social with, that amount of loneliness that comes from that actually breeds into, you know, a lack of survival. Like, you're gonna die if you don't have any type of social interactions for the long term, and especially when you a chimp, bro. You know that grooming that they be doing with each other?
Yeah.
We seen this one monkey who didn't have nobody to really groom him.
But it almost died.
Dude almost died. I'm like, bro, what?
That boy caught COVID. He almost was out of
He
there.
didn't catch COVID.
He caught COVID, bro.
I think he had like an infection from like a bug burn inside like of his mouth or something, like right here.
Yeah. You don't really realize just how much that's important. Like, they talk about it, you know, when you grow up, they kind of tell you how chimps groom each other, but you don't realize just how serious that is for them. Like, that's part of their, like, critical hygiene.
But that's the reason why it's so important to. What's that? What did that one monkey do? Like, he was really lonely. I think his mom had died at a younger age, and he was just kind of on his own trying to figure it out. But he was, you know, he was a little socially awkward. All the other monkeys wasn't really messing with him like that, and he was too scared to really kind of interact with people. But it was understanding that, you know, some person took it upon themselves to kind of reach out. And I think even if a person is kind of more on the socially awkward side, you shouldn't immediately try to ostracize them and follow what everybody else is doing. But you should honestly reach out. You don't really know if somebody kind of needs that type of help, or just needs that type of, what would you call it?
Assistance?
Yeah, assistance. And I like to compare chimpanzees and monkeys and vice versa because of how close we are, that we're both social animals. You put a human out there in the wild right now by themselves. And unless they 100% Tarzan, know how to interact with everything and know how to survive on their own, they're going to die within, I want to say, 48 hours.
I was going to say, too, that's another thing that I learned watching that I didn't really realize. With chimpanzees, it's really on sight. Like, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
It's not that we pulling up to talk about
Boy,
it.
you would have thought it was blood and crips.
Nah, like, for real. Like, if y'all want to see some fights, it's in there. Like, they got a whole episode, I think it's called War, and it's that. They getting straight to it.
But here's the thing, though. That's where I blame Jackson for that. Because we found out later on in the episode, that little Jackson monkey that is the king, technically, of that bigger tribe, he was a part of that smaller tribe and went ahead and deserted them and tried to go to the other side. So for me, they was aiming for Jackson especially. Now, they wanted more territory that Jackson had.
Yeah, they had that one boy, but that one thing, and it had all them berries on it. That one tree. It was really that. If it wasn't for that one tree, the people said, what, it bloomed every 3 years?
Mm-hmm.
But that time it do bloom, it's enough that they can't even eat it all. And they had a full tree in their territory.
Let me read this one. All right.
But I mean, outside of that, you kind of mentioned what you said about if you had an airplane pilot and he was sleeping. You heard about that?
Yeah.
Because you know we had watched Hijack. That pilot ended up getting a little sleepy in the end.
Let me tell you something.
He's sleeping. He definitely is.
Let me tell you something. That pilot pissed me off the whole entire episode. Listen, this may be spoilers.
Wait, we got to start from the top. Slow down. You got to start from the top.
I was not sad about how he went.
You have to start from the top.
Okay.
What's the top?
Okay.
All right.
So if y'all like Idris Elba, because you know he is kind of a little bit fine. So if y'all like him, y'all can go ahead and watch it. It's on Apple TV. But it's gonna piss you off though. It's so many moments where you're really looking at the character like, this don't make no sense.
Nah,
It don't.
yeah.
Why would you do this?
Yeah.
Why would you allow that to happen? Why would you think that? Like, you just keep asking why in this actual show, but you're gonna keep tuning in each episode to figure out what's another why that they doing.
And then this also, like, especially for the fellas, y'all gotta, if you're gonna have an affair, stop doing it with people you work with.
Oh my God, that pisses me
it never ends well when y'all be sleeping with your work wives.
Bro,
let your work wife be at work and that just be it. You gotta stop. It's ending y'all lives. So the basis of the show is Idris Elba character. I don't remember his name. I want to say it's John. He gets on a plane, and y'all gonna realize throughout the history of the podcast, I'm typically wrong on character names because I'm not good with names. But
I think it's because we binge them so fast that we don't really kind of learn the actual names like that.
Yeah. But yeah, Idris' character, he gets on the plane, and in all honesty, I mean, it's called Hijack for a reason. That's what's going on. The plane gets hijacked by some. Are they technically terrorists?
Yes, but it's like 6 episodes of this one plane ride, and it's just.
And I was wondering how they was gonna stretch it, but they made it happen.
A bunch of BS.
They made it happen. I did not think they was gonna stretch it that long, but they did. That thing
A bunch
was
of
crazy.
BS. I'm not gonna lie to you, because in the beginning you can see people getting on the plane and they already look shifty, right? But with how Hijack kind of took it, they kept trying to give you a lot of surprise aspects. And a lot of the surprise aspects was just kind of pissing me off because either one, you could call it out for what it was. Or 2, it was based off some dumb stuff because the pilot had ample time to run into the cockpit. That's what was pissing me off in that last episode.
And for those who don't know, if you shut the cockpit, nobody can get inside.
Not at all.
Like, yeah, you do risk the passengers, of course, but you get to land the plane, which technically is first priority because then whoever needs to get there, it turns up.
Let's start from the beginning because when they took over the actual plane, they took it over before they even got in the air. But here's the thing.
They really did. That's crazy.
They did. But here's the thing though. When it comes to calling, he called in that, hey, we have a situation on board, right? Okay, all right, what you mean a situation? They out there in Saudi Arabia, Dubai, where they was at?
Yeah.
It was somewhere out there.
Yeah.
So the dude was like, okay, what situation? What you talking about? He's looking in the camera and he sees a gun and the pilot basically confirms, oh yeah, we definitely have a situation. So the second time, right? So now, as the pilot, and I know I shouldn't be getting mad about this, but I personally feel like I care about the vast majority than the people right here and now. Because I understand that if we allow this plane to get up in the air, this is technically a flying missile, right? We all know 2001. Let's be honest here. So he said, no, I can't let anybody in here. I can't take off, all this other stuff. Tell me why they randomly got this blonde woman. She's a flight attendant. She's kind of in the corner. They grab her by the head, throw her in the camera, and said they're going to blow her brains out if he don't open the door.
Yeah.
Obviously, the co-pilot is looking at him like, you better not open that damn door.
Yeah, don't even think about it.
You better not open that damn door.
But then what happened? What we find out?
We find out he's been sleeping with this heifer. Every time they've been going to these different type of places. Mind you, the pilot married with kids. We see the little family photo right there he got on the left-hand corner next to the window. That's what we see. So now at this point, I'm like, oh, this.
And boy, listen, he beat the brakes off the co-pilot to save Barbie.
Because he was about to press the button, right? Because she's over here talking about, they know, John, they know. Open the door, John, because she don't want to die. Obviously, I get it. But if I'm the co-pilot, you better not open that damn door. That ain't my fault. You've been cheating, and now your mistress about to die because of you. That ain't my fault.
I'm not letting my side chick die. Did it get real quiet in here to you?
It sure did. Not letting your mistress die. So, like Patrick said, he beat the brakes off this woman. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Was 100.
he went crazy. She was bleeding for the rest of the season. they never could wipe it off.
Just to open the damn door. And now that's how they got hijacked. They was able to fly.
I would say the part that made me the most mad was probably them, the way they was so lackadaisical securing the people they let out of prison. Like y'all let out the two big and baddest terrorists. They getting people off from inside of prison.
No, okay. So they found out the whole reason why the plane got hijacked, right? Now, mind you, it took them a while to figure it out. Because the pilot lied and basically said, oh, no, ain't no situation. Oh, you sure? You sure? You called in saying you saw something. No,
Now
ain't
listen,
no situation.
honestly, I ain't never had a job in the airport.
It ain't no
But
situation.
I imagine if somebody tell you it's a situation, gun on board,
He confirmed it twice.
confirmed it, that you're not just gonna let, oh, okay, all right then.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, go ahead and fly.
Are you sure,
then.
buddy? Okay. Well, safe travels. But, hey, everybody do stuff different.
But they finally leave, and after a while, it took him a little bit. This is where Idris come in. This is where he was able to send off a text before all the hijackers took all the phones to his ex-wife or whatever, his baby mama.
Oh, yeah, we forgot about that part. That's the most meat of the whole story.
That's the most important part, because they would have never known.
Idris' character is a master negotiator. So he's not John Wick or, Jason Bourne. He's not up there just fighting everybody straight hands. But what he is doing is he always got something to say.
Oh.
He always got something to say.
I mean, it be working out for the most part.
It do, but it don't.
It depends on what you mean by working out.
He is the reason for all the stuff that escalated and all the stuff that de-escalated. So
not for everything, because that white man who was sitting next to him caused a lot of that ruckus too. I was getting fed up with that white man. I called him Brian. I was getting real angry with him.
He only made me mad when they got caught and he had the pen in his mouth. Because why is the pen in your mouth?
Who wrote this?
And you wrote this? And you literally got the pen in your mouth. Like, oh my gosh, could we have hired the dumbest person in the world? Like, jeez. But yeah, when they let the bad people out, because basically they're hijacking the plane because
the two of the most notorious terrorists, arms dealers,
it's extremely bad people.
They technically got these people, families, who's hijacking the planes
at gunpoint.
And forced them on the plane to hijack the plane.
Yeah.
Just so they could demand the release of these two dangerous criminals. And this all happening in Great Britain. I'm very glad.
It worked.
It worked too, because I know America would have just said, hell no, we not.
They got them out there, and what made me so mad is they pulled the old classic car switcheroo.
Bro.
And the cops fell for it. And I just really was so aggravated at that point.
Well, we have to explain what the car switcheroo is, right?
I feel like everybody who don't watch the basic of any type of crime show know what the car switcheroo is. They got out the car. I'll explain it, sure. They got out the car and they was followed by cops. The people told people not to follow the cops. Now, the cops followed anyway. Unfortunately, somebody got killed. But granted, somebody was already dead. Anyway, they drove off. And the bad people drove under a tree. They got drones following because the cops done stopped following them on foot.
Well, then you have to explain, why did the cops stop following them in terms of by car?
The cops stopped following them by car because they told them, hey, listen, big dog, I know y'all done heard about us, but y'all keep following us, we're going to have to show about us. So the cops kept following us. They didn't believe them. Somebody got offed on the plane. Now,
they told them each and every time the cops messed up, somebody else is going to die on that plane.
Yeah, so eventually the cops was like, all right, they serious. We're going to slow it down.
Well, hold on. Let's explain, though. Let's explain how Idris kind of came into that, though, because somebody had already died. And the dude was trying to kill another person when he got that text, telling them, hey, kill somebody right now. I need a picture.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't for Idris, that flight attendant, the second one, who was already on her knees begging to actually survive, Idris was like, hold on. You say you need a body, but you already killed one. You got one in the bathroom. Go ahead and grab her, get a picture. That's all you need, right? You don't need another body. You don't. And that's what I'm saying. Like, his negotiating skills did work out for a lot of people.
But you just also was part of the reason that note got passed that eventually led to that lady getting killed in the first place. So that's
First of all, Idris didn't even want to do nothing.
What I'm saying is, you feel me? He played both sides. A lot of good happened because of him, but a lot of bad happened because of him too. Now, what we didn't know and this where it's really spoiler alert. If you ain't stopped watching it or you ain't started watching it at this point, hey, now you know the whole plot. What we didn't know was at the end that regardless, they were supposed to crash the plane because the people also had put some put options on some stocks over the plane. So if the hijack didn't make the stock fall, they was just gonna crash the plane. I feel like that's disgusting.
Child, I think it's real. I think it's 100% real. What people up top is willing to do to make even more money. Because you got to think, a regular Joe Smo ain't gonna go through all that work of getting this plane hijacked. If all the money he could put into the stocks is about $250.
That's crazy.
Something like that is gonna be a higher person with more capital / more incentive to actually kill over 200 plus people on this plane.
That's crazy. So, for you, where do you rate it in terms of plot, writing, and acting?
They really pissed me off with the mom being in the cockpit at the very end. They pissed me off with that. I get just that alone made it like a 7 for me. They pissed me off so bad. Because, babe, that's the reason why I was so angry with the pilot, because he had all that time for when she went into the bathroom, wrapped up her hair, got the gun out, put the bullets in the gun, walked the 2-3 different cabins down to the first class area where the pilot is at just to shoot him dead and go inside the cockpit and lock herself in there.
Bro, that blew my mind.
Bro, they ended the episode with silence. I was
bro,
like,
that blew my mind, bro. Because we really was thinking like, all right, we about to get the upper hand.
Bro, I was so angry.
And she really did go in the...
Ooh, I was so angry, I'm telling you.
That was crazy. Speaking of flights, though, I did want to ask you, you would feel like at this point, concerts and festivals and those type of things are, would you say, within our relationship? Like that's a thing now?
What happened now?
Would you say that concerts and festivals are part of our relationship at this point?
Well, yeah, I would say so. We had some pretty amazing times. Like that one time you stepped in a dude's food while we was walking
Do
through.
we want to talk the full way about this? Because there's a real part of that story, and you're technically the reason that happened.
How? What?
You was pulling me through the festival.
I was pulling you?
And I was walking fast with you.
Or I was just guiding you and you just didn't watch your feet?
Yo, I started on a full plate of fries, bro. And the only reason I didn't stay there is because I genuinely thought like, dang, we might have to fight.
Nah.
Because I ain't gonna lie.
I kept moving.
I know
didn't
for
even
a
know
fact,
that
like you know, we kind of moved a little smart, so we had already ate. But I know for a fact them festival fries was pricey. And you're not just gonna, just keep it a buck. You're not gonna be able to go back to the vendor and be like, yo, somebody stuck to my fries. Can I get another one? They're not giving you another one. So that's just money down the drain. Like he was like, yo, I was like, dang, that's crazy. That's insane.
I didn't even notice that was what was going on over there, bro.
Yeah, you caused all of that.
I didn't.
But so what I really wanted to ask you is, would you take a flight to a festival? Like if it was in another country?
I'm about to say, we took a flight to Raleigh, North Carolina, and we from Florida.
What does that mean?
So I'm just saying, if I was willing to take a flight over there, why wouldn't I take a flight out
So you feel like flying to Raleigh, no disrespect to our Raleigh listeners, you feel like flying to Raleigh is the same as like flying to Bermuda?
How far is Bermuda? And I'll tell you the truth right then and there.
I don't know how far Bermuda is from here.
Okay, well, there you go.
You know what? You're difficult. Don't worry about it.
How am I difficult?
But
I'm just
anyway,
letting you know.
There's a new festival. Tickets are on sale, and I wanted to see if you were interested in going.
What's the new festival? I want to go to an EDM festival with you.
It is FYRE Festival 2.
Fuck no.
It's taking place in the Caribbean next year. What? Billy McFarland. Yeah.
Sold out?
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out. It's going to be next December 6th. 2024.
No, sir. No, sir. I can't believe you would even bring some shit like that up to me.
Babe.
Wow.
You just said that we like doing the festivals together.
Wow.
Yeah, it's so... See, I waited too long to ask you. All right, how about some merch? Because we can get some merch. They got the hats for the 40. Now, granted, we got to pay the 25 for the shipping, so that's 65. They got the shirts for the 60. Hoodies for the 200.
Wow, I'm so much in shock right now.
Why are you?
Who's allowing? Is y'all rule gonna be a part of that again? Like, who's allowing this to happen?
Do you want to join the wait list? Because they got it available. It's only the first drop that's sold out. Because we can still do we can be.
Is there a trailer? Is that a trailer I'm looking at right now?
Do you want to see if we got a trailer? Nah, it's just a little music. Let me start that before we get demonetized. But
wow,
baby,
I'm in shock right now.
I feel like everyone is allowed a second chance.
I'm in shock right now.
And he did think that the first, we watched the FYRE Festival thing together.
Where did you even get this? No.
So you're telling me you don't want to go? Is that
okay. Well, look into it a little bit more. No, don't close it up.
Okay.
Look into it a little bit more.
Okay.
Where is it gonna be at, baby?
It's in the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm. Where in the Caribbean?
Oh my God.
Yeah, let's figure it out a little bit. Let's really dig deep into what's going on at FYRE Festival 2. After what happened at FYRE Festival.
Now the tickets range from $7.99 to $8,000.
Yeah, where is it gonna be at then?
Let's see. I'm figuring it out for you. Because the first festival was supposed to take place in the Bahamas.
What? I thought it was supposed to be, wasn't it supposed to take place on Pablo Escobar's island or something like that? What island that he kept saying,
The festival was supposed to take place in the Bahamas in 2017.
What island was he saying that he was supposed to have it on? That the person said, hey, don't reference his name. And he immediately did, and they took the island away from him.
I'm not sure. It kind of hurts me, though, that you immediately just says no like that.
Vaguely in the Caribbean. Vaguely toward the end of 2024.
Why are you saying it like that?
Because that's what the article is saying.
I thought you wanted me to read it.
Hold on. The website lists Friday, December 6, 2024 as the date of the festival. Though in his announcement video, McFarlane said that they were vaguely targeting FYRE Festival 2 for the end of next year, around that time. But it's subject to change. And he's already been collected from ticket prices of $7.99 all the way up until $7,999.
And he sold out the first batch.
You see what people do for clout? Because there's no way they honestly think this is a real festival. I'm sure I'll get my money back, so I don't really see it much of a loss either way. You see what they say in here?
Well, the lineup is still to be determined.
You don't even know who's the lineup. You just know it's McFarlane.
It's to be determined. So you at least got Ja Rule, because he'll come up twice.
Ja Rule is not. Well, how much backlash he got after that last time? He's not doing a FYRE Festival 2.
So I don't feel like I got a clear answer. You don't want to go?
I felt like I gave you a clear answer from the very beginning.
So you never believed
it was my initial reaction because I like to kind of go off of how I'm feeling, right? Like, if it's an initial disgust that's coming off,
okay,
then I'm going to follow that. And that first F no that I had said earlier, which, excuse my mouth.
I'm used to it.
Yeah,
you're typically verbally abusive.
Who said that?
What
Verbally
happened?
abusive. Are we saying the correct term here? You know, sometimes I have to correct your definition. I'm not trying to gaslight you or anything. I'm just not understanding what you're saying.
Well, you typically like to control that too. So
No, that's not true.
You think if we have a kid, they can have the braids like us, and then we could just be like 3 beans in a pod?
I should make you get up. I should make you get up because you think you're funny.
Let me get a kiss.
You think you're funny.
Can I get a kiss?
And I'm about to hit you, and I'm trying not to very much.
So you're saying you're more physically abusive than verbally?
I'm sure not. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying you incite some type of emotion, and you like to play off that you don't. It got to be a Libra thing with you.
You sure it's not my rising?
You know, I'm putting the wig back on.
I just asked a
I'm putting the
question.
wig back on. Nope. Put it right back on. talking about 3 beans in the pot. The med pool, you're something.
Ça passe.
All right.
Nebule. Speaking of that, when you gonna make some more epis?
Epis?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. For all the Haitians that is actually watching the video, listening to it, whatever. Y'all ever had the person
Come on, bro. I just
that
asked
you
a
making food
question,
for,
bro.
right?
I just asked a question.
Like, okay, let me explain what happened, because I was very shocked. I'm trying to see if the other Haitians had something to do with this, with their Black American boyfriend, husband, whatever. I come home and I had made some white rice earlier from the food that we had
So
made.
you really finna violate me like this?
And I had left some epis inside the actual refrigerator so I can, like, season some meat, make some Dijon. Like, I'm doing some extra stuff. While I come home, he put the epis on top of the actual white rice, and he's actually just eating it up like that, just tearing it up.
It's hitting crazy too. That's the part that she don't want to acknowledge. It's hitting crazy. Like, oh my Lord, ça passe.
I was so shocked because it's a seasoning base, right?
So you ain't never had seasoned rice? That's what I'm saying. Like, why we acting like it was so far fetched, bro? That's like Haitian gravy.
That's not what I'm saying. You said Haitian gravy.
Bro, epis, bro. Y'all, epis is Haitian gravy, bro. Y'all just smother everything in it. Y'all put that junk on everything, bro.
Okay, first of all, it is a staple.
That's y'all.
In the seasoning basis of our food.
Okay.
But no, we don't pour the actual epis itself onto the food. You know what? You got it.
All I'm saying is,
I really should have took a picture of you.
the same way, us African Americans smother a pork chop, y'all do the same thing with APs on other stuff.
No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. Don't even play like that. No, we don't. No, we don't. That's you moving.
So
like
y'all
that.
don't put APs on everything?
No, that's you moving like that, and you trying to put it off my own culture.
And am I saying it right? Because I ain't trying to have a whole bunch of you going off of me.
Epis? Yeah, you saying it correctly. Well, you saying it in your own, like, the Black American way, but yeah.
I feel like you do me wrong often.
I don't.
And that's all right.
I sure don't.
It's all right. I'm used to it.
I sure don't. I feel like we missing some topics, babe. Look at the notes.
I actually do have a topic that I actually wanted to get to. While we were having such an intimate moment, I wanted to speak up for the men in relationships.
Okay.
And I wanted to ask you, and this, please, can I just get a flat out answer? How many days do you feel leftovers should be allowed to not be touched by another person?
You're going to aggravate me.
Because I feel like, as a man, and I feel like the other men out there can respect not liking to waste food resources.
Food resources.
It can be somewhat sad almost to watch, your significant other's food that hitting, especially if you made it, sit in the refrigerator for weeks and go bad.
See, you like to beat around the bush. No, because I really want to ask, if we both go to Raising Cane's, it's like a new chicken spot that's more up north and finally came to Tallahassee. We both eat at Raising Cane's. I got the Caniac combo, 6 tenders, all right.
Why you said it like that? Like you know exactly what you ordered. My dog, serious.
With the lemonade, double toast.
Hey, Raising Cane's, let us get something.
So if I go over there and I get me my meal.
Okay.
He goes over there, get his meal, same exact meal.
Right.
Why is it a problem that just because you ate everything, I still maybe got 2-3 tenders in there, an extra piece of toast because I ordered 2, and a little bit of coleslaw because I like a little variety whenever I'm eating my leftovers, still in the refrigerator, and I want it to still remain in the refrigerator about 3-4 days later. Why is that a problem for you if the meal wasn't for you?
It don't only be 3-4 days, because if it was, it wouldn't be an issue. It's when they get to being close to a week. You ever seen Plies video about leftovers?
No.
It's not supposed to get to a week. And that's what I be trying to tell you. Like,
what Plies said about leftovers? You can't just bring that up and then not tell me what he said.
I'm going to find it. But, You can't just let leftovers sit forever just because you feel like you're gonna get to it later. Because a lot of times what happens is you get to it, and then it tastes like refrigerator.
Nah, because my food be wrapped up.
Now here
It's
we
in
go.
the box.
Right here.
What?
And I'm finna go ahead and explain to some of y'all what I just had to tell my mama. Because some of y'all don't think you supposed to throw the leftovers away.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, the leftovers got an expiration date on them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cap on the leftovers. You just can't keep eating the leftovers as long as you want to, man. Some of y'all might want to write this down, because I'm finna give you the calendar and the itinerary for these
Are
leftovers.
you listening?
You cooked the food on Wednesday night.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thursday, you ate the food. Friday, that's when it was its best. Saturday, you pushing it. Sunday, ain't no more leftovers, man. Monday, you tripping. Tuesday, your ass getting words that you still eating them leftovers. Wednesday, hospital. Thursday, dead. That's at the bottom.
That's a week. No, I don't agree with that.
So you asked me.
That's a week. I don't agree with that
Now we
whatsoever.
understand what the real dilemma is.
I don't agree with that whatsoever.
You are constantly getting to the dead mark. Mm-hmm. And I'm just saying,
It ain't that dead mark.
I care about you, and you letting it get too far.
Okay, but here's the thing, because you know you love to cook, and I appreciate it. I'm gonna sit here and say that right now, so you don't act like you're gonna stop cooking, because I don't want you to. But, but here's my thing. Like, let's, for example, use the peach cobbler that you made, right?
Okay.
If I'm eating the peach cobbler, I'm telling you it's good, leave me some, because I know you're gonna tear that thing up too. You love sweets. But my thing is, when I finally get to it, and let's say it's about like 6 inches on each side, how big it is, the actual bowl that you made the peach cobbler in. Well, when I get in there, I only see about 2-3 inches of a corner piece left for me. Max, bro.
I think it depends
Max, bro. And here's the thing, too. The peach cobbler could be in there for only about, 3-4 days? You be saying a week, and sometimes it do be a week. I'll give you the sweet potato pie that you made. That was in there for about a week. But it was in a plastic bag. That's wrapped up. That ain't no issue.
That was the
Stop
second
eating
one.
my food.
That was the second one. This is my thing, right?
No,
You want the food to go bad.
it's not
And
going
then
bad.
you want when the food to go bad, you want me to also not say nothing either. So it's like, if I can snap when the food go bad, I feel like that's fair. But if it always got to be no matter what, I just got to smile it through. I get tired.
How frequently do it go bad? Let me ask.
Never when I eat it. And that's what, you see how I help it out? You see how I help it out so much? And that's what I'm saying. I save us a lot of money from doing that.
I be hurt. Because it's whenever I really do be in the mood for the actual food, that's when I go in there, it's gone.
It'd be 2 weeks later. If it was in there, it would have been molded. And that's what I'm talking about.
That's not true.
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
That's not true at all, bro.
Ridiculous.
How long you been holding this on your heart?
Since I've been waiting to record. But I don't think this right.
You heard what Alexa told you?
Yes, I heard what Alexa told me. Alexa, stop. Cause see,
Don't-
that's what I be talking about. She be
Don't talk to her like that.
No, cause she be talking out of turn.
Don't talk to her like that.
She
She
be
giving you a
talking out of
reminder.
turn.
Don't talk to her like that.
But when I tell her we recording, then she need to be on her P's and Q's.
Okay, but you need to tell her ahead of time. Don't talk to her like that. She trying to help you out.
Who do you?
Oh, what? Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, what's up? You look bad. What's up?
I'm gonna let you have it per usual.
What does that mean by per usual? And you see what I mean? How you always want to add something extra on the side? What does that mean? As usual, per usual. What does that mean?
I just said you got it, like always.
You got it like always. You see how you did it again? What does that mean? Let me know, please.
I'm just saying it's yours regardless.
You know what? I'm just gonna let you have it because I'm not gonna argue with you. For what?
We never had to argue.
Anyways, can you look back on the notes?
Can you not be disrespectful?
We had some topics to talk about. I want to get through them. Come on now, you got a big head. Put it down a little bit. I'm in the back. Thank you.
Stop acting like that, because you know for a fact Caribbeans got noggins.
Okay, don't play with me.
You know it's a
I'm
Caribbean.
not. I would like to get onto a topic and not bicker with you. Can I have that? I would love that.
Yes, my queen.
All right, thank you. Anyways, so I can see you grow but still leave. I think the way I kind of took it, which is the reason why I kind of wrote it down as something like possible topic for the podcast, because I want to ask other people's opinions on it. The way I took it is that maybe I've been expecting you to grow for a while, and it's reached kind of a point in time where it's just not enough for me anymore. And at that point in time, even if I finally do see you kind of trying, it's understanding that at this point, I'm sacrificing myself enough. Like I sacrifice myself too much at this point to still remain, even though you're still slowly growing.
Okay, but what part of, now is this just general growth? Is it growth in a specific region?
I think that's based on the actual situation, but I know another perspective on that can also be that you understand that you're not really supposed to be in a relationship. Yeah, we still got a lot more. You got a big head. But
We're not going to keep letting that slide. I'm just saying.
okay, yeah, we still got a little couple more braids. That's on you. You gotta
Nah,
move.
I
You keep
ain't
moving your
talking
neck.
about that. I'm talking about the big head comment.
You keep yapping. Yeah.
Because it's a Caribbean thing first. We never forget that. Y'all are a land of noggin.
Okay, anyways.
Okay.
But for that person who says, I can see you grow, or I can want you to grow, but still leave, is understanding, like, the concept of incompatibility is still a thing. And I see, especially in our generation, and even like with millennials and Gen X, it's like you trying to force this relationship to work because you don't really believe in incompatibility. You just believe that if this person changes,
It's going to eventually work.
yes, it's going to eventually work. They got these couple of kinks that they got to work out, but I see the potential in them and I know they can do it. So we just going to keep trying, even though we always bickering about the same kinks that's pissing me off.
Yeah. It's like they see it like a game almost. Like as time, the experience bar is just going to rise regardless. Nothing really has to be done for true growth. As long as they grow up and they keep aging, and then it's gonna naturally just happen.
Yeah. But I think at that point, it's a disservice to the both of you guys. Because one, what if that actual personality trait or that behavior that you just think is a behavior they can just kind of get rid of if they tried hard enough was actually their actual personality? Like, was something that they genuinely either liked doing or something that they genuinely had no issue actually doing or being a part of them.
Yeah.
So if you constantly keep having an issue with this one specific trait of theirs, then at that point, when do you finally admit incompatibility is an aspect that you have to take heed of? But yeah, how would you kind of take that actual tweet and what it said?
What, I can watch you grow and still not stay with you? Mm-hmm. Well, I agree with that. I mean, I think a lot of times that's what you have to do in life because we are so quick to, oh, I understand why they did that, so let me just try to hold them and walk them like a baby. But truthfully, a lot of times when we are always trying to help somebody walk, we be really holding them back from running. So...
Hold on. I feel like you're spitting right now, but elaborate a little bit more on that.
Well, for example, say you have a friend that messed up, right? And you see that they messed up, but instead of allowing them to get back on their feet, you constantly pick them up. So they never can get back on their feet themselves and or run faster than they was already doing because you're trying to guide them when life is supposed to be teaching them lessons.
Okay, that makes sense.
So for me, when I read that is literally I can watch you grow and not stay with you. There are some people that you do have to leave just so they can grow. Because sometimes we hinder other people's growth projecting what we believe is the correct things for them to do. just because we may be in a better placement.
Wow. You 100% right about that.
But yeah, that's kind of how I took it. I didn't really see it more so from a relationship aspect as much as I seen it just from a general like friendship aspect.
Okay, I can understand that. Now,
But it can be applied to any type of relationship.
but how much help is too much help when it comes to how willing you are to be of service to the next person?
Well, I think that depends on, everybody's got different thresholds. I think it depends on, are you genuinely happy with where you are in life? And I don't mean that in terms of financially, but just in general. Are you happy when you get done helping everybody and you lay down? Are you feeling content with what you did, or are you feeling like, damn, I helped everybody and didn't get to do my own stuff? So that determines on whether you're doing too much or not. If you still feel like you're doing everything that you wanted to do and you can help that many people, then it's great. But if you beating yourself up but you helping everybody else, then you giving everybody else better energy than you giving yourself.
I think that kind of ties into the whole you constantly filling everybody else's cup, but you look back and you finally realize when you're exhausted and trying to take a sip, there ain't nothing back in your cup.
Yeah.
Because nobody else gave it back to you and you didn't find it within yourself to keep some for yourself.
Yeah, 100%. But that
That makes sense.
it doesn't necessarily, depending on who you're giving the help to, it doesn't necessarily help anybody. And anybody that you have to help often, you're not genuinely helping at all.
Oh, you're saying some real, what in the world? Nice. I mean, for me though, when it comes to those type of situations, the biggest aspect behind it is just really learning. And I've been preaching this to my friends. I don't know why I've been on this kick, but I've been preaching it a lot to my friends in regards to the boundaries aspect of being able to make sure that you still can help other people, that you still can be there for them. But for you to not build resentment in the long term of being that helper is to understand when too much is enough. And that's only with placing those boundaries that you really can kind of show that you appreciate yourself and also can still help the next person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 100%. But a lot of people kind of do the opposite and exhaust themselves.
That's true.
And then they still don't know how to tell their friends no, so they just exhausted for their own stuff. But they'll still go help their friends.
Well, that's the thing though. That's the thing. How do you, for a chronic people pleaser, like, because I know I used to be one. For a chronic people pleaser, how do you get them to understand the long-term benefits of establishing boundaries if a lot of their validation comes from helping people?
None of it really works without genuinely getting down to the root, and the root is not loving yourself first, in my opinion.
You thinking they loving themselves second?
Yeah, because if you're a people pleaser, it spawned from you had to do that at a younger age. You're somebody you was trying to please back in the days, which mean at a certain point you was feeling less than. But now you've kind of carried that on into your adult life, and now you're still pleasing all these other people that ain't even asking for all of this. And then it could also be worse because you got certain people that take advantage of people that are people pleasers.
Yeah, they be looking for them.
So now, you're getting manipulated because somebody was looking for somebody as easy as you.
Damn, yeah.
So it ultimately starts people pleasing, and the people that struggle with it a lot have to find it in themselves, or why don't they love themselves as much as they love the people they pleasing?
That's true. That's 100% true. That's a rough reality to even come across, though, because a lot of people, they kind of like to blame other people for kind of taking advantage of them. Like that one chef we was talking about with the Gordan Ramsey thing. He kept saying that his boss, Eddie, he keeps taking advantage of his good nature. He knows I can't tell him no. He knows all that.
And he's right, but he plays a part too. Like you can't. If you're gonna spend your every hour taking care of another person and you only got 10 minutes left in the day for you, you can't sit in those 10 minutes and complain and say it's the other person's fault. Like that, that person took advantage of a resource that you offered.
Oh, yep. That's 100% true.
But you didn't have to offer the resource. And I think that's the hard part is understanding the value of that self-resource and then, taking it back after you've offered it for so long.
But when you're people pleasing, you're kind of operating from a sense of being unaware to your value, because you constantly feel like you have to prove your value for this other person to actually validate you.
Yeah.
Because that one dude, for him to have been a chef for over 33 years, babe, over 33 years, a professional chef. And because he can't say no to Eddie dumbass ideas that he keep finding all over the country, what his business partners just want to randomly see on the menu, he can't say no to him, but he also still can't make the food taste good.
He lost his
just gave up.
self-worth. He lost his self-worth. Because there's no point in saying you as a chef of how many years if you have no control over the kitchen. It doesn't matter. That's like saying I was a cop for 30 years, but you lost your badge.
Yeah, that was his passion too. That's the reason why he was so shook that he fainted when Gordan Ramsey really called him out for giving up technically on your passion.
Bro, I'm telling you, that's like you doing a choreographer, like you a dance teacher, and like Chris Brown, Sierra, or like one of the real like dancing people come in there and they're like, what is going on in here? Like you call yourself a dancer for this long? The owner told you that the dance can only be like this? Aren't you a choreographer? Yeah, they pass out too. Because it's people like that inspired you when you was younger. And you hearing them look at you like, yo, you sound so soft right now. You say you want to be a chef.
But that's where, I'm not going to say accountability, but that's where you do have to be self-aware where you're kind of falling short for yourself and where you're allowing people to kind of, like you said, take the resources that you have for themselves.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. The world is constantly full of takers. We see them everywhere. And if you don't see them, that's because, honestly, you are the taker. You're the main person always getting something from the next person, but you don't have much to offer to that person besides, just some good times, drinks, and, we hang out.
Good conversation.
Good conversations, that's it.
Which, that helps sometimes.
For some people, but not for most.
Some people have good conversation regardless.
Yeah. I can have good listen, I can go, you seen me, we went to Publix yesterday. I had a good conversation with that one dude, you left me alone.
I ain't leave you alone. You almost got snatched up.
I did not get snatched up.
Because you want to wander
we
around.
We was talking
all the
about
time.
his Mercedes.
Yeah.
It was a nice Mercedes.
Yeah, you was almost in the Mercedes.
It was a nice one. I would have said
you looking at his leather seats getting googly eyed. About to get caught up looking like a sugar baby.
This is what I get from you?
I should have known when I got somebody from South Florida.
Wow. You know what? You better be really glad that your hair is not done, or else I would have just dropped you right now.
You can't drop me. I'll forever be here. Had the opportunity because we pre-ordered Mortal Kombat.
Yes, we did.
Gold edition because we are addicted.
Yes, we did. I can't believe you asked me if we could order it like you didn't know I was a Mortal Kombat fan. We be in here watching all the gameplays, and I be in here watching you play the game all the time.
Sometimes I genuinely don't know if you just be watching or if you're really interested,
Why would I be here against my will?
It ain't got to be all this. But anyway, we pre-ordered the Mortal Kombat, and we got to play the beta. Mm-hmm. Insane graphics. I mean, it's really hard to get past the graphics. Like,
off the chain, bro.
Because the game is just as smooth as all the other ones were, but the graphics are so heightened. And then watching I won't leave the gameplay first. Right now, I think her name Lee May or May Lee, the girl who got like the firework powers, she's pretty fire. Johnny Cage is extremely fire, but
I love Johnny Cage.
I'm not going to use him just because that little spotlight thing, I wouldn't want to have to build up. I'm hoping we get Noob. I ain't seen Noob. Noob's my favorite. I seen Smoke, so I can compromise.
Why you like Noob so much?
I feel
like he alright.
Generally, when it comes to like powers in general, I always like people that can make some type of clones. Or be like multiple places at the same time. I always think like those are cool powers. Plus, I'm always like an animation type of person, so I typically like whoever got like really nice animations.
Okay, I can respect that.
Liu Kang looked like he's gonna be overpowered, but that's fair considering he's a god now. He was already overpowered as a human.
You feel like he was that overpowered?
Yeah, he was. Because the people who good with Liu Kang really know how to play the game.
Okay, that's different because the people who real good with Scorpion is real hard to beat.
I be smoking them. I ain't trying to hear that.
Oh,
I be
really?
getting them up out of there.
Okay.
I be getting them up out of there.
Love to see some gameplay from you once it actually comes out.
You've seen some gameplay from me, so it don't even matter. I've always been that in Mortal Kombat. I'm not going to let you disrespect me like that.
My bad.
Are we done?
No, sir, we're not.
Why you rubbing it down like that if we ain't done?
Because your brain's sticking up. You keep moving. Some of the lines crooked because you don't want to put your head down.
Wow, that's insane. But then we got to see some of the storyline. So we got to see, Liu Kang, he definitely remixed it up. We got Kitana being Melina's younger sister now. Melina being,
The actual
the
princess.
actual head. Mm-hmm. Which makes sense because Melina typically was envious of Kitana, so he kind of took care of that since he know Kitana was family oriented.
Yeah, because let me ask. I think when it comes to the Mortal Kombat reboot, with Liu Kang as the actual god, that means Liu Kang himself rewrote
Everything.
how the story was going to go. Everything.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, from top to bottom.
Because that's where they're brothers now, right? Scorpion and
Sub-Zero. Yeah.
instead of them being actual enemies, and I don't know if he thought that was gonna like avoid that age-old feud that they had going on.
Well, when you think about the fact that, the feud started off a lie, he probably did think it would help to just kind of make it to where that couldn't happen no more. But then in the storyline, you start to see good old Shang Tsung, he bartering, but he's scamming people.
He's scamming people. He ain't that sorcerer no more.
Then he in the trailer crying because he ain't really making no money like that. Guess who come up? You never would have expected. Chronica. How she survived?
How she survived? I thought she died.
How?
We killed her.
How? The only thing I can imagine is Liu Kang being Liu Kang, passive and nice, probably gave her another life. And that's what I be tired of. Y'all Batman, forgiving, always want to let everybody slide people. Shouldn't even rewrote Shang Tsung in there. I get some people say that ain't fair. But are we cleansing the darkness or we not?
Well, technically, I guess that's still a soul that deserved to have been
A chance.
recreated, given a chance again.
Now you got Chronica coming up. Oh, you have no idea who you're supposed to be.
But
You're a peon in this world. Where I know you're from, you're God.
she was basically telling him, out of nowhere, she popped up out the shadows. He's looking at her like, what's going on?
Who is this?
You don't even know who you really are. There was powers before you were even born, plotting on you.
Like, come on, bruh.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'll be a little curious.
And I ain't gonna lie.
What do you mean?
That's different though, cause Shang Tsung in the old storyline, he just nasty, just dirty old man. But them actually giving him a reason to dislike Liu Kang like that, like since birth.
He was gonna dislike him regardless though.
But the way they doing it now, give him a real reason to have like real spite. When in typical, people had spite against him. So
I feel like
he gonna be a real problem.
I had a feeling that this story was gonna go that route though, because with Raiden, he kept saying that he's seen this story before. He's seen this happen. He knows how this is gonna go. With Liu Kang and all this stuff happening, you can already tell at some point in time, Sub-Zero and Scorpion definitely gonna have a fallout. Kitana, they made Kitana be the actual person to be the little sister of Melina.
Yeah, but she like second in command. But everybody clearly like her.
They like Kitana more, obviously. And Melina is still hiding this whatever she got going on.
Yeah, she got the virus now, because now the whole Tarkatan thing, it's not, she wasn't cloned, now it's a real virus. Mm-hmm. So she got COVID that's making her turn into
What's up with you on
like
this
a
COVID
Tasmanian
stuff?
devil.
Listen, if COVID come back and we get on a shutdown again, I'm blaming you.
Hey, if COVID
Because you keep trying to bring this back.
Listen, Linda.
You keep bringing up COVID.
Listen, Linda.
We leaving that back in 2020,
listen,
2021.
I don't want it in respect to everyone who was lost. I lost people in it too. But if COVID come back, our numbers is going up.
Bro.
Everybody gonna be at the house.
Sir, now you're trying to flip it into a business prospect.
I'm sorry. I be always thinking about business. And
Sir.
that's wrong. That's wrong. I'm gonna acknowledge when that's wrong. That's not right. But yeah, so I'm definitely gonna be out there with Mortal Kombat. Animation's going crazy, fatality's going crazy. I can't wait to see the storyline. It looked like the crypt is like board game style this time, and y'all know I like board games. So I'm good there. Spider-Man 2 coming out. They got Venom in there. Gameplay looking disgusting. Oh God, they got Miles and Pete, same game. Miles in there flying. He got the wingsuit on. What's going on? Venom, we smoking you. Ain't even worried about you, big dog. We got Miles and Pete. Pete got the black costume on. He talking viciously.
I was about to say, I'm a little nervous for Pete.
Pete telling Miles, nah, you stay here. I got this. Sir, what are you talking about?
I was about to say, why Pete kind of moving so aggressively now?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. At first, I thought he had Venom already in him. I didn't know what that was.
He got the suit on. That suit changer. I need me one of those suits.
You don't.
Then I can do the Peter Parker dance.
You see how you just like to hear yourself talk?
I feel like I got that way when I got with you.
No, that's not true.
I feel like that's a way that I relate to you.
That's not true. I do like to talk, but no, that's not true. You didn't get like that with me, because I got plenty of videos.
Wow.
Before.
You want to talk about Twisted Metal? Why is it like this? So y'all, Twisted Metal is actually a video game I used to play when I was younger. So I was really excited, to be able to show this with Steph. Plus, my best friend was already watching it. He had told me, I got to go watch it since he knew I used to like it as a kid. So
yep, we went on his Peacock account.
We started it, and hey, bro, stop, because then if Peacock hear that, they're going to try to shut it down, and those your people.
Okay, first of all, those are not my people. I left. Anyways.
So, yeah, we watched it. Anthony Mackie is actually, I talk about Anthony Mackie a lot in terms of his acting because I just feel like he's a funny guy.
Why I be saying he's sus? I don't like that.
I never said he was sus. Don't say y'all, because then if he see this, he might think I said that. I never said that. That's probably Twitter, because you always on Twitter. Who said that? Twitter?
I just like to read on Twitter, but you're right. Yeah, Twitter was the one who said it.
Well, X.
I still have never updated my stuff. My stuff still say Twitter, so y'all good.
You the person that still say Barack Obama still their president. Hush.
I am not.
The app is called X now. Grow up.
I'm not calling it.
But I honestly would have to say, in terms of acting, minus the one girl that didn't talk that much often.
Quiet.
Is that her name, Quiet?
Yes, baby. She didn't want to give up her real name, so Anthony had to just give her a name.
Well, Quiet. She the only person who acting I don't like in the show.
She alright with her acting.
That sergeant acting through the roof, because I really don't like him. His acting through the roof. But if I seen him right now, I'd still off on him, because he's so soft. He's so soft, acting tough. Samoa Joe going crazy at Sweet Tooth. He going insane. I think they said the voice actor is different, but even just Samoa Joe, the way he's acting physically as Samoa Joe, at Sweet Tooth is amazing.
Wait. You telling me it's an actor in there under the mask, but it's another person talking?
I believe so.
I feel duped. I thought that was the whole entire time Samoa Joe.
I believe, now this could be me going off my best friend, because I believe that's what he told me.
Okay, well go ahead and
But
verify that.
We gonna see, but
verify that.
So far, because I think we getting close to being halfway through the show. I'm liking it a lot. It's definitely, I didn't think they would go as gory as they did.
Ooh, yeah.
So I was kind of happy to see that, because I didn't think they was gonna do that. But
my thing is, with Sweet Tooth, I really like the way, because you explained to me how the game kind of went. Mm-hmm. And I didn't realize that's how the show was going to kind of aim to portray Sweet Tooth's character like that. But you told me Sweet Tooth in the actual game technically has an alter ego, kind of like a Jekyll and Hyde, Hulk, and Bruce Banner type of thing, right?
Yeah. It's dark. It is.
So in that specific caricature, he kind of has these two different egos that one is extremely scary and the other one's kind of scared of him. Mm-hmm. But in the show, the way that they kind of brought up and symbolized his alter ego and how he kind of protects his alter ego from the world, because the world technically it's only two sides. It's either kill or be killed in that world. There is no other third option that you can be on the sidelines. It's 100% kill or be killed.
Yeah. And I like, it's like which is hard to say. Like, how is that even possible? But it's almost like a more playful Joker.
Yes.
Because he's without question, he's feared. Like, it ain't no doubt everybody that look at him is extremely terrified of him.
Yeah.
But if you appreciate his art, you good.
I was just pissed off that girl knocked Anthony out. And had that weird grandpa.
Oh my God, bro. He almost had that man take his goods, bro.
That dude was rubbing, I knew that dude was weird. He rubbing Chris Cole cream on his naked body. He got a mask over
He got the
junk.
mask for the draws. But yeah, Sweet Tooth is portrayed by Jamoa Sow, but he's voiced by Samoa Joe, but he is voiced by Will Arnett.
Oh, wow. He's actually one of the executive producers. Wow. I mean, it matches the body and the actual voice.
Yeah.
So I feel like they did a good choice in that.
It worked out.
It definitely did.
But I also like Anthony Mackie's acting a lot in it. I knew when I first saw him in that new San Francisco, I think, or the high-end world, and they was doing that whole facade family BS. I knew that wasn't gonna last, and I knew that was a whole facade.
I knew that was a fake baby. Come on now, that didn't even seem like her actual baby.
It wasn't until they started singing The Wheels on the Bus. That's when I was like, nah.
Right in front of him.
I was like, nah, y'all doing too much.
Y'all gave him
y'all
fresh
doing
steak.
way too much.
Hold on, we're jumping around. So in the actual show of Twisted Metal, there is this COO of the actual place that asked the milkman, he just does deliveries between cities, to come in. And that's never happened before, right? So he came in, they washed him off, they sprayed some perfume between the cracks, and they invited him.
I didn't know they did that.
They invited him up to try to convince him to take a package out there to the east side, where Chicago at. As soon as he heard Chicago, he said, hell nah. I would have said hell nah too.
New Chicago. You gotta remember that. This Chicago after the grid went off.
Yeah, this Chicago with no technology.
So they can't even listen to Lil Durk no more. This just straight.
What you saying, bro?
I'm just saying they furious. You know it's menacing out there.
Dude said hell nah. Now she taking him through a whole Colgate commercial of how amazing this place could be. And it could be yours.
It really
you can
was.
live here. You can become a citizen in this place where you don't have to worry about people killing you.
It really was so peaches and creams. It was.
They eating steak up there. She got a random Asian husband with a baby. They over here singing Wheels on the Bus.
Fix his car for him.
It's crazy, I'm telling you.
But I am still interested to see kind of where it goes, because from my understanding in the game, it was kind of just a last man standing type deal. It wasn't no racing or nothing. It was just whoever was the last person living. So they definitely got the car shooting how it was in the game, and they definitely got Sweet Tooth being crazy in the game. So I'm excited to see how it ends. This is the first show I got kind of really enjoyed watching in a long time. Besides Night Agent, that was a real good one.
Night Agent was good.
Night Agent was good.
There was some parts in it that kind of made me mad too. Which I really don't want to make it seem like I get mad at a lot of different stuff.
We can be honest.
I just like rational thinking, right? I just like practicality. And a lot of these shows, to push the storyline along, will have the characters just doing some slow stuff.
They do.
Just doing some real slow stuff. You're not supposed to be doing this.
You're not wrong. Because even, I got to go back to it, babe, please, you ain't got to do it. Just if it's too much, we ain't even got to do it.
What happened?
But when the little girl, in the midst of all that going on, when the little girl kind of got out the seat and now she crawling under the chairs.
Oh, you talking about during Hijack?
Yeah, in Hijack. That really didn't make logical sense.
Okay, no, in Hijack, let me ask y'all something,
Because
right?
the parent, okay.
Let me ask y'all something, right? How you let your daughter go missing and she's sitting right next to you in them small ass seats in the back of cabin C of a plane, right? Now, because all this altercation happening and the dude fed up, he got a gun. Now he telling everybody, the next person that's still up their seats, by the time I come out there, they getting a bullet.
They getting one. He done with it.
Everybody running back to their seats. She trying to search around. Sarah! People looking around for the kid. Oh no, where is she?
She on the ground.
But they don't know that she's on the ground. She done crawled underneath a whole bunch of chairs for what? To this day, I still don't know what the hell she was crawling on the floor for.
Useless.
But that's what I'm saying. There was no reason for that little girl. And I understand why you brought that up as a main example. That was just to kind of push the storyline along.
It was.
Why?
That was just because we was already on the edge. We was.
Because you got to think, babe, it was because of that little girl that the other woman got shot dead. Because she was still at her seat looking for the little girl.
And see, that's, never mind. I ain't gonna say that.
That's that first poor victim that got shot. That Idris had to use as a, use her as the picture instead of killing this new flight attendant. You already shot one person, right? You shot one when you was mad and you wasn't supposed to shoot nobody. So to cover up your past mistake, pretend this the person you originally shot. And that's what I'm saying. They be trying to push that plot along for just dumb stuff.
All right, no. Don't be trying to get funny now, cause
who's getting funny? Why you always assume I'm a comedian in this hole? I'm just saying.
You can be, Stephanie Hart sometimes.
What that? No, don't put that on me.
Steph Chappelle, you like that?
Wow, don't put that. I do love him, but don't put that on me. No. I love me some Dave Chappelle. Don't say that. Every time I hear him on a song, I'll be rewinding that part just so I can hear him again.
I think you just typically enjoy people with cigarette voice.
That is not true. Do you have a cigarette voice? Do you see yourself like that?
Do you feel like that? Because I didn't think you were talking about me. You don't really, when I try to talk to you, you just yell at me, so you don't really like to hear me talk.
How do I yell at you? Why do you always assume a simple conversation is yelling? Maybe that's based off your own perspective, and you should probably work on that.
I think tone and volume determines what's yelling or not.
Tone and volume.
Not just specific conversation. Like when your voice level is at a 7 to 8, that's yelling.
Okay, but if my voice is naturally at like a 6.
That's an excuse to continuously yell at everybody.
That's not true.
That's what
not at all.
Y'all say narcissistic man say. If they say I always yell.
That's not true.
That's what y'all like to say.
And now you're trying to bring narcissism into the conversation? Is that what you're saying, Patrick?
No, I'm not.
Then why did you bring the word up? You brought the term up.
I just felt like you were throwing out an excuse, and I wanted to bring out how y'all like to shut down excuses like that. When it's kind of first.
Okay, you're explaining concepts, but you're not actually saying the term. So now you're trying to bring up gaslighting? Is that what you're saying?
I think based on the trajectory of where your tone is going, that we should probably just skip this conversation.
Wow.
Because I don't want it to get too emotional.
I'm sorry.
And I know you value logic a lot.
You know what, Patrick? You got it.
No, baby, it's yours.
No, you got it because you really want it, and that's okay. I'm very willing to give it to you.
I only want you.
Here you go. You have it.
I have you?
No, you have the conversation since you want it so badly.
The conversation is not as important.
All right, whatever. Almost done with your last braid. Then I'm leaving you. I'm dropping you right here.
That's how you feel?
Yeah, that's very much how I feel.
Do you feel like...
Here you go. Here you go. How do I feel, Patrick? Let me know. Dr. Phil, go ahead. Let me know. Let me know.
I was just going to ask if you feel like you represent Black love.
What is that supposed to mean?
It's just a yes or no question.
It's not a yes or no question. I can't give you a proper answer if I don't understand what you mean. Do I represent Black love? What does that mean?
Do you feel like, how you move is a good representation of Black love?
Do you feel like Black love is a monolith in regards to its representation?
You know what? I don't have nothing.
Is there only one specific way that Black love can be shown?
I'm asking if you believe you're one of the prime good examples of Black love.
I do believe I'm a very good example of Black love.
Okay.
But I honestly also feel a good representation of Black love should be a unit. And that takes 2 for the effort, is that not?
I believe so.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think we always know that, never mind. Anyway, We'll just end the episode because we got over an hour anyway and a lot of talking. And I was butchered a lot. Disrespected.
You know you got real inches. You look like Bow Wow.
You wanna take the braids out again and we can kind of like put our heads together?
Okay, all right. Hold on.
Oh, God.
Hold on, this time let me take off.
No, please.
You want my hairier braids in the bed?
You're a base at heart. Let me put the wig on down. Let me put on Celine. It'd be crazy y'all got the like chin strap for it.
What do you? That's not how you put it.
You put the chin strap on like
That's
that?
not how you're supposed to put it on.
What the chin strap for?
Bro, I hate you so much.
What is the chin strap for?
It's not a chin strap.
You want to close
You
that?
stretching my shit out. Take it off. You don't piss me off. You know it's customized.
So
Damn.
I just didn't know what the chin strap be for, bro. I'm just asking.
You know what? I'm going to the bathroom.
You ain't gonna close out the episode?
Move.
You can't leave twice. You left last time and you ain't close out.
Putting my stuff back on. I'm going to the bathroom.
Okay, well, that'll do. As you can see, my little baked bean decided to leave. So I appreciate y'all for watching this and watching me get my hair did, you know. Thank you for watching this episode of It's Just Us Podcast. I am Pat the Buddy. As you can see, my favorite baked bean has left again. But Stephanie Stryker would also say that she does appreciate all of y'all. And do not forget to like, comment, and share. And do not forget to join the Discords because we love talking about all of the ideas that you give us. Have an amazing day and what should you keep? Keep yourself first. Love yourself.